Hi there, this is Tim with an Elite Dangerous video, and in this video you're going to see a few interactions with The Code, who are a player faction basically in Alliance space. Now here I'm interdicted by a player, Commander Vinome, I think it is,
Scan detected.
and he just scans me, says it's a routine scan. He's clean, so I can't really fire on him, and that's it. He just stops me for really no reason and decides to waste my time here. So basically this is like the Wild West right here. I was just waiting for him to deploy his weapons, and then we were going to go at it. But he probably had some people that were waiting to jump in as well, as you'll see later. I'm just checking my status here, making sure I don't have a bounty, and I hear the chat and it says you are free to go. Not like I wasn't anyway, but anyway, he just decided to waste my time a little bit there.
Frameshift drive charging.
So I jump out here. And then a little bit later I'm just running around the system looking for ships that have a bounty, and I see the same human player again. And he has a wanted status, isn't that funny? So of course I decide to try to deal with that. He drops out at the station, so I'm going to follow him towards the station if I can get there in time. There we go, there's a vulture, that might be him. And yes, it is. And he didn't pay off his bounty, so he's still wanted. Entering the fire zone, but I would fire in the fire zone to deal with this guy, as long as I don't hit anything that I shouldn't. Someone else seems to be firing on him too. Put some power to my engines so that I can actually catch him here, because he's outside of firing range. My firing range is 3 kilometers.
Frameshift charge detected.
And unfortunately he jumps out. I don't have a wake scanner, so I have to let him go, but that's not the last of my interactions with The Code. If you look up in the chat, you can see someone saying that there's a lot of players, which there was in this system. You can see a lot of people around with wanted statuses and things, but I have to pick my targets because I'm a lone pilot. And then Commander S7 says, "We are The Code." And a little bit later I'm just looking around for wanted targets that I think I can actually handle, that aren't in a wing basically, and I find Commander S7, who is part of The Code as well, who has a wanted status. Just wondering if that person there is with him or not. But I basically just follow S7 around here, and I actually thought someone might be interdicting him at one point because he started to kind of loop around a little bit. Wondered whether he was going to interdict me, which I would be fine with, because I'd be hoping for a one-on-one. Looking at his bounty there, he has a 266,000 credit bounty. So I think this might be quite kind of difficult. He's probably very, very good. He has a master rating, which is higher than me. But it's a fair fight, so let's see what happens here. Obviously with an interdiction you need to keep your target in the center of the screen, while the person who's trying to evade you has to keep the escape vector in the middle of the screen. He doesn't seem to want to be interdicted, but he eventually submits.
Power plant capacity exceeded.
And there he is. So I can see straight away that he has a plasma weapon, which is the pinkish purple projectiles that you can see firing past my ship. So I know that I need to keep away from the front of his ship. I now also see that he has chaff, which basically pushes my gimbaled weapons away from his ship. So every so often I'm going to have to release fire and basically not bother using energy because I'm not going to hit him. But as long as I stay away from the front of his ship, I think I have this guy, really. He's using shield boosters, which I don't have. Got him down to 1 ring on shields, and I'm still on 2, even though I took a hit from his plasma weapon earlier.
Under attack.
And there I took a hit from his plasma weapon and also a ramming hit as well, which took my shields almost down, but they're actually at about the same level that his are, so I still consider this to be my fight to lose, really. As long as it remains one-on-one, which as you can see on the scanner, it no longer is. He has an anaconda that's jumped in to help him. And basically as soon as I see that, I know that the fight isn't mine anymore.
Shields offline.
Taking damage from both ships, as you can see.
Cannot comply.
Just boosting to try to give myself some range so that I'm not mass locked. And then I obviously remember that he has a pretty powerful weapon there, so I go into a kind of spiraling roll here using the Barnard's loop in front of me in space to actually gauge where I'm actually rolling. And you can see here I actually do a pretty good job staying out of the way of his plasma weapon for quite a while. Trying to be kind of completely random as to when I roll and how much I roll. Boosting as soon as the engine power has actually returned each time. FSD is almost charged, but unfortunately my engines have been disabled, so what he must have done is targeted my engines and probably made a direct hit. That was all it really needed. So hoping that I'll get power restored or maybe even get the FSD charged, I still continue to press boost. I have no control over my ship right now, so it's kind of a lost cause. That was another hit, and
Ready to engage.
at this point I can't actually throttle up to engage the FSD. So I don't really want him to get the kill, so I put on the self-destruct. But at this point I realised that, you know, he's probably going to kill me before the self-destruct. So just got to wait for the inevitable explosion now.
Self-destruct in 10 seconds. Eject.
So yeah, I probably had 5 seconds left on my self-destruct. But anyway, after this I just quickly added him as a friend, told him congratulations, and then obviously gave him the option of unfriending again. But yeah, that was an interesting confrontation with Code there. Not sure I particularly like them as an organisation, but I'm pretty sure I'll have more interactions with them in the future if they spend all their time doing this to me. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks. Bye.